Hello YouTube, welcome to another one of my dueling videos, and today I have for you day 1 6 Samurai. We finally got the box dropped very early today, by the way, and I was able to get a lot of the cards, all thanks to the generous donations from the people watching the stream. We actually hit 250 viewers at one point, and it was crazy. If you guys were there, you saw me build this at the end of the stream. And I didn't really change much. I can't actually remember exactly what I changed. I know I made it 22. It was originally 20 cards. But the thing I'm gonna like about 6 Samurai is that there's gonna be so many ways to build it. A lot of people are going for Fuma and Dojo. I'm not using either of those cards. So you're really gonna be able to put your own originality and spin to the deck. And this is the build that I'm starting with. Probably gonna build one with, you know, Dojo and Fuma eventually, but like I said, this is just day 1. So to get into the deck list, first let's talk about the cards that we've already had. We have Grandmaster of 6 Samurai. If you control another 6 Samurai monster, you can special summon it from the hand. You have the obvious enemy controller, Offerings to the Doom, and everything else is new. We have Legendary 6 Samurai Kisan. I have 3 of them. I don't have room for all 3 of them in this deck though. If I'm running a level 4 and level 1 version, then I would definitely run 3 Kisan and, you know, different monsters. But right here 2 is the most I can run, and it works out. If you control a face-up 6 Samurai monster with a different name, you can special summon this card from your hand. While you control 2 or more other face-up 6 Samurai monsters, this card gains 300 attack and defense. So it's kind of like Grandmaster, and you can just get a free special summon from the hand. Really good card. 1800 beater, goes up to 21 if you control 2 other 6 Samurai. So good card overall. We have Legendary 6 Samurai Inishi. This card is so good, and it's a really nice one-of, especially when you're running asceticism, because, and I'll get to asceticism later, but if you have a Legendary 6 Samurai Kageki with the 1500 attack boost, you can special summon your Inishi from the deck. And it says, well, you control 2 or more face-up, during either player's turn, you can banish 2 6 Samurai monsters from your graveyard to target 1 face-up monster on the field. Return the target to the hand. You must control a face-up 6 Samurai monster with a different name to activate and to resolve this effect. So it has great removal. It's non-destruction, so you can send something like a Duel back to the hand instead of, you know, having to deal with it being destroyed. So really good, really clutch there. Elder of the 6 Samurai. If your opponent controls a monster and you control no monsters, you can special summon this card from your hand. Another free summon, kind of like Cyber Dragon a little bit. But the reason why I have Elder is because it has 400 attack, same as Kagemusha. So having either Kagemusha and Asceticism or a Elder and Asceticism is a 2-card Shien. That's why it's here. It's only a one-off because I already have the 3 Kagemusha. So I don't think I need more than that. I would run it at 2 at max if you're missing other cards like Isan. But yeah, Kageki, really good. When this card is normal summon, you can special summon 1 level 4 or lower 6 Samurai monster from your hand. While you control a face-up 6 Samurai monster with a different name, this card gains 1500 attack. So it's got 200 attack, 2000 defense, really good defense. It lets you special summon from the hand. It's also another 2-card Shien, which is Kageki and Kagemusha. And because I'm running Tie That Binds, there's actually a really cool interaction with Kageki. If you have 2 monsters on the field, one of them being Kageki, and he doesn't have you know, any sort of boost, you can activate your Tie That Binds, get him to 400, and then you can use Asceticism to get your Kagemusha on the field. I did that more than once, so it's actually kind of cool. I don't know if Tie That Binds is going to be the most ideal skill, but it's working. And it has that funny interaction with the Kageki. Kagemusha is the main tuner of the deck, but it also has a cool effect. During either player's turn, when exactly 1 face-up 6 Samurai monster you control is targeted by spell, trap, or card effect that could have targeted this card, you can activate this effect. That spell trap card now targets this face-up card on the field instead. That effect is really clutch. There was one time where I had an Elder and I had a Kagemusha, and I had another Kagemusha in my hand, and my opponent went to Canadia the Elder, and that would have ended my turn because now I have 2 tuners that I can't do anything with. But I used Kagemusha's effect. Kagemusha went into defense position, and I was able to summon the other one from my hand and go into my Synchro place. So that effect is really clutch. If they try to econ take, you can force them into taking your Kagemusha instead of wasting your Shien negation. Overall, it's a great card. And then we have 6 Samurai United. I'm running this at 3 because it's just so good. Each time a 6 Samurai monster is normal or special summon, place 1 Bushido counter on this card, maximum 2. You can send this card to the graveyard, draw 1 card for each Bushido counter on this card. So if you have a 6 Samurai United, Kageki, Kagemusha to start, that's like the ideal hand. You're gonna get a Shien, you're gonna draw 2. It's just too good not to run at 3. That's why the deck is 22 cards and not just 20. And then we have things like Offerings and Enemy Controller, which is what we want to draw off of 6 Samurai United to be able to try to push for game. And especially when you can spam monsters, you can econ take something bigger than you are. I already see that 6 Samurai is going to be very weak against something like Hazy's because of all the targeting. But we can adjust to that, adding things like Wall Disruption, stuff like that. At the moment, this is how I'm going to be running the deck. And then Asceticism, so good. And I ran into a lot of 6 Samurai players. Nobody is running Asceticism. I don't know why. It's such a good card. Select 1 face-up 6 Samurai monster you control. Special summon 1 6 Samurai monster from your deck with a different name but equal attack to the selected monster. During the end phase, destroy the selected monster. So I already mentioned the Kagemusha Elder play. Again, if you have Kageki, you can activate Asceticism, get an Inishi on the field. If you have a Nishi, you can tie that binds, get him to 1800, and then get a Kisan on the field. I mean, it's really good. I can see how it might brick some people, but there was never a time where I got it and I wasn't able to use it. So yeah, I'm gonna keep it at 3 at the moment. And then 1 double-edged sword technique just for some clutch comebacks, but I didn't really use it at all. It's a one-off. You can put something like even not treacherous because it's semi-limited, but any other trap you want, or just run the card at 21 without it. Extra deck 2 Shien, 1 Armades, pretty standard. Stardust Charge Warrior. You need a level 4 and a level 2. You get to draw 1 card, and then Powered Insectron. I would honestly cut Insectron for maybe a level 8, but ideally the extra deck would be 6, and I could add a level 8 here like Stardust Dragon, and the deck would function much better. You know, you can go into level 7s and stuff like that, but there's just not enough extra deck to tech all that stuff in. But anyway, let's get on to the replays. And I'm recording this pretty shortly after I was done streaming. My son's still taking a nap, so shoutouts to him because I can record. And yeah, let's just get into it. We're going up against ESPA Roba. This was actually a duel on stream, but it was good enough to save it as a replay, especially because we have the tie that binds interaction that I wanted to show you guys. So we're going second. We have a pretty good hand, but we don't have a tuner. So I don't have my Kagemusha, unfortunately, but I can still summon 2 and, you know, draw 2 with United. So we're going to activate United. Kageki is going to summon another Kageki. I draw 2. I get Asceticism, and that's where I saw it. I was like, wait, I have 2 monsters. I can boost him to 400 and activate my Asceticism. So now I can special summon a Kagemusha from the deck. This is actually kind of a misplay. I should have targeted the one in defense mode because the monster gets destroyed at the end, and then I could have synchroed with this monster instead to keep my Kageki on the field. I'm still gonna synchro with this because I'm trying to go for game right here, but this Kageki will get destroyed in the end phase. So we're gonna go into Shien, special summon Kisan, and that's it. 3 monsters with tie that binds that were all gonna be 2000 and above, and we get the easy scoop. And I had an Offerings and something else as a backup. I didn't see what the other card was. So yeah, it's like a faster Karakuri, faster, better, cooler looking Karakuri. Here we're going up against this is the mirror match. This guy was running Beatdown, I'm running Tie That Binds. You can argue which skill is better. And this is the the other way you can run the deck. You have Shien's Dojo into a legendary 6 Samurai Kisan. You get a counter, you special summon your level 1 tuner. It's a really good build. I'm not saying mine is better, it's just this was my first idea, so it's what I'm going with. And I have plenty of cards to kind of trigger this Shien. He immediately goes for offerings right here to stop my Shien from hitting the field. And that's fine because he targets my Kagemusha. And really I would have been in trouble if he targeted my Elder, because I don't have a second Elder, but he goes for the but I could have activated my Kagemusha effect to make him target. Oh, I just hit my microphone, sorry. To make him target my Kagemusha regardless. So he targets my Kagemusha, I'm gonna econ take to get that negation out of the way. Obviously he has to negate this. And now I can go for my asceticism play. Get a Kagemusha on the field. Go for my Shien, activate ties that binds and get rid of Shien. He was gonna lose his Shien, he wasn't gonna have a draw, so he scooped it up. Next we have Joy Wheeler. Yeah, I think once the mirror match becomes more prevalent, then you're gonna see people taking things like Cunning of the 6 Sams, or maybe in 6 scrolls. 6 scrolls will be kind of clunky because then you have to run Great Shogun Shien. But we'll see. We'll see how 6 Samurais, you know, what kind of noise they make in the meta. I wasn't afraid of getting OTK'd right here, so I'm just kind of playing it slow until I have a good combo. We're gonna go Kageki into Elder, activate Asceticism to get my Kagemusha on the field. Unfortunately, he Canadia's the tuner, so I can't synchro right now. But I have 2 econs, and I'm gonna hit him for 2000. My Elder gets destroyed because of Asceticism, and we're gonna see Shien's Dojo into Kagemusha. We're gonna econ take this guy. He could have used Kagemusha's effect to target itself, and then he would have kept the Elder. But my plan was to econ take regardless. So if he gives me the Kagemusha, I econ take again and steal the Kagemusha, so to make sure he can't synchro into Shien. He doesn't do that, summons another Kagemusha onto the field, and now I'm able to do my play. Kageki into Inishi, flip the Kagemusha, summon Shien, go for the ties. And that's the game, because I had already done 2000 attack. He had 1 lonely back row that I could have negated with my Shien. So easy win. We definitely got the better end of that mirror match, where we both didn't really have great hands to go off with. Next we have a Mokuba. And this is King of Games, of course, so a lot of people are deck testing. The season restarts tonight, I believe, or tomorrow. And then I can start climbing and seeing what this, you know, what we really have in 6 Samurai. So this hand is crazy. If this would have been Kageki, it would have been infinitely better. But a Kisan is still gonna let me draw 4 turn 1. We're gonna draw 2. We get another Kisan. I'm gonna activate another United. I decided to just kind of wait, and I could have used it United right here, but I was like, is there really a point? I can't do much else. I've already used my normal summon. So I'll just let United hang out. But I am gonna synchro summon into Stardust Charge Warrior and draw 1. I make a misplay right here. He's gonna Galaxy Cyclone my enemy controller. We're gonna see a Kawaki-san. I should have let him destroy my Kisan, because there's no way I can go into Shien right now. You know, and because my Kisan is gonna stay on the field, I'm not gonna be able to, you know, have 2 spots open for my level 2 and my level 3. So I really should have just let him destroy this, kept the enemy controller, open up my field, but it is a slight misplay. Especially because I draw into Asceticism. So we're gonna use United, draw into 2 more cards, activate Tie That Binds, go for Powered Insectron. And now if he gets rid of my field, I have Double-Edged Sword Technique, I have Legendary Kageki. He's gonna Canadia my Insectron and destroy it. So he didn't have the, you know, the best hand, obviously. Pepe hands for Kawaki players getting nerfed. But now I can do my Tie That Binds Kageki play. get him to 400, activate Asceticism, and go for my Shien, or attempt to before they scoop. Everyone's just scooping. But this is day one. People have to learn what the deck does, how to counter and stuff like that. But it felt nice to, you know, beat a Kawaki player that easily. And then for the last duel we have Officer Tetsu. We're going first. And this might have been another mirror match, I can't remember. We have the god tier hand. 6 Samurai United. Kageki into Kagemusha, draw 2. Synchro into Shien. And then I get greedy right here. We're gonna go ahead and summon everything. Show him our field. And this was actually... I misplay right here. I could have won immediately if I kept the enemy controller in hand. But I had no idea what I was playing, right? So I'm gonna set the enemy controller. And I'm going up against Gusto. And that's why I would have won. I could have just econ take the Gusto and gone for game. Instead, you know, I'm getting looped. I decided not to kill the last one. I'm like, whatever, man. He's gonna go into Willither. Summon a Goldos. Willither is gonna attempt to destroy my Kisan, so I'm gonna econ take the Goldos. We got a Kagemusha. I'm gonna go ahead and set that and go for the attack. He picks up another Willither, which is bad news for us because he can go into a Scrap Archfiend, level 7, destroy my my Grandmaster, I'm sorry. And then with Grandmaster, I added Kagemusha because I expected him to clear my entire board, and then I can still use Asceticism and go for my Shien. But he doesn't. So we're gonna activate 6 Samurai United, flip over the Kagemusha, and this is the play I was talking about. When I activate Asceticism on Kagemusha to get an Elder, he knows that I have another Kagemusha in my hand, so he's gonna try to Canadia the Elder. But when I activate Kagemusha's effect, force him to flip this one face down, go for the Shien, draw 2, and because I saw what my hand was, I was like, okay, it's worth suiciding into this Scrap Archfiend. And then he's gonna go for contact with Gusto, destroys my Kagemusha, and we're gonna get 6 Samurai United. Super clutch here. We're gonna summon the Anishi, activate United with top deck into Kisan, tie that binds, bounce that back with Anishi, so we don't have to worry about Gustos, you know, perpetually floating and they surrender. Really, really fun deck. I hope you guys don't hate 6 Samurai too quickly because I'm gonna be playing it in my channel a lot, like a lot, because there's too many ways of running it, man. There's this way, there's the, you know, the level 4 with the Fumas, and it's gonna be a great time. Thank you guys so much for watching. As always, like, comment, and subscribe if you want. Join my Discord if you haven't. The link will be down in the description. Along my PayPal link if you guys want to support my channel, support my content. I really, really appreciate that. Don't forget to hit the notification bell. And till next time.